In the heart of Lagos, where wealth and poverty danced side by side in a chaotic rhythm, lived a 25-year-old beautiful young woman named Yemisi. She had the kind of beauty that made men forget their purpose, and women, they either envied her or secretly studied her like a code to crack. But Yemisi had one guiding principle: money before love. She wasn't born poor. No, she chose her path. Ever since her first sugar daddy gifted her the iPhone 13 Pro Max and flew her to Ghana for a business conference, she had tasted the luxury life, the designer bags, the first-class seats, champagne nights, hotel suites in Banana Island, unboxing videos, and Instagram filters made her feel relevant. Her eyes became trained for one thing: men with money. She was warned countless times by her cousin, Tenny. "Yemi, come o, this your behavior na gold digger behavior o. No be every rich man get joy o. You fit use money enter grave." But Yemisi always replied, "At least, let me die inside a Benz and not inside a keke." One evening at a lounge in Lekki, Yemisi spotted him, a tall, dark-skinned man with a diamond-studded wristwatch, an aura of power, and bodyguards trailing him like a shadow. He didn't chase women, they chased him, and that made him even more irresistible. His name was Chief Chuka Dike, the lover of classy suits, business mogul, importer-exporter, investor, and according to rumors, he was connected to people above the law. But to Yemisi, he was just another golden goose. Chief didn't play games. He approached Yemisi and offered her his number with one sentence: "I like girls who know what they want. I can give it if you can handle it." Her eyes sparkled. He invited her to his mansion in Ikoyi. She was to spend a week with him. When she got there, she discovered the kind of mansion Chief had. It was the kind of mansion with an indoor pool, a private cinema, and a garage full of cars she had only seen in rap videos. She was to spend 1 week with Chief. Of course, she had a swell week, with outings, parties, and gifts. And yet, something felt off. He had guards. They barely looked anyone in the eyes. His rooms were always locked, and he forbade her from going to the basement. Of course, Yemisi became obsessed with what was down there. But she did not bother much, as she had already stolen some cash on one occasion when Chief went out for a brief meeting. From one room to another, she found open in the mansion, and she was having enough fun. Night outings in luxury cars, pool chillings, updating her social media accounts. You know, Yemisi was living the life. And after the week vacation at the Ikoyi mansion, she went home. When she returned home and gave her cousin Tenny details of her experience, her cousin once again cautioned her, letting her know that Chief may find out about his missing cash and that stealing was wrong of her. But of course, Yemisi laughed as usual. Once again, Chief invited Yemisi over to the house after months since her last visit. They had a few outings, and one night, after Chief had planned a special dinner for two, he had an impromptu call for an urgent business trip, and he had to be away for 3 days. He left, but cautioned Yemisi of not going down to the basement. But as soon as he left, Yemisi had the whole mansion to herself and decided to take a proper tour in the mansion. This time, she noticed not all rooms were locked. She figured Chief's hurry made him forget. So, she went into every room just in case there was anything she could steal again, like the last time, saying to herself, "This man is just too rich that he did not even notice a briefcase of dollars missing." Just then, She noticed he had forgotten to lock the basement door. Her curiosity and greed took over. As she went down the marble stairs, she got to a room where she found gold coins, real coins. She screamed, "Jesus! This man is richer than a whole country. Oh. My goodness!" She stuffed some golds into a bag she also found there, but as she tiptoed deeper, she heard muffled sounds and cries. She froze, saying, "Be like say I don't hear voices." But then she continued walking cautiously. And just then, behind a heavy door, she found something out of a horror film. 7 girls, bound and gagged, covered in dirt and sweat, their eyes wide with desperation. And then it hit her. This was a trap. The gold was bait. She was meant to become one of these girls. Her first instinct was to run, but one of the girls shook her head violently and whispered, "Please, don't leave us here. Help us." Yemisi panicked, but her adrenaline made her brave. She picked a piece of broken glass plate and used it to untie them one by one, gently but quickly and quiet, just so none of the guards would notice. It was chaotic, clumsy, but their will to live gave them speed. They escaped through a service tunnels that one of the girls had discovered while secretly finding an exit. Yemisi found out that some of the girls had been there for years, some months, and some even weeks. And these girls were once very popular on the gram, and they had desires to go with any man who could foot their bills. Gradually, they followed the path and emerged from a bush behind the compound, and they scattered. Yemisi found her way to the nearest police station to make her report, and she told them everything. The police raided Chief Dike's mansion, but when they got there, it was normal, regular, nothing out of the ordinary. And as they checked further, other parts of the mansion were sterile, clean, sanitized, empty. No girls, no guards, no gold, empty basements. And so, Yemisi went back home. When she got home, all that was left behind was a white envelope on Yemisi's doorstep the next day. Inside the envelope, a picture of her sleeping, a gold necklace she didn't recognize, and a note written, "You weren't supposed to get out. Don't make me come looking. Chief Dike." Out of fear, Yemisi vanished from the Lagos scene. No Instagram, no clubs, no sugar daddies. Rumors say that she moved to Ibadan and started a small boutique business. Others say she fled to Canada and she studies there. After all, she's got the money. But one thing is sure, she lives a very private and decent life. And every time she sees a luxury car or a man with too much money, she trembles. As for the 7 girls, some went home to their families. Some stayed together and started an NGO to help women like them. And Chief Dike, he is still a mystery, still like a ghost with his next victim. But stories of missing slay queens still float through Lagos like whispers. What this story teaches us is that greed blinds you until you fall into a trap. It also lets us know that not all that glitters is gold. Sometimes it's a cage. It reminds us that quick money can cost you your freedom or your life. What do you think of this story? Share your thoughts in the comment section. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.